Season 2, Episode 4 of Star Wars Visions is titled, I Am Your Mother, a play on I Am Your Father, quoted by Darth Vader. And it's all about family, like most things in Star Wars. This episode was brought to us by Aardman, the same people who made Shaun the Sheep, Flushed Away, Wallace and Gromit, and Chicken Run. As someone who was brought up in England, this is wild. Thank you. Spoilers ahead. We start with an advert, introducing the main event in the episode, the end-of-year family race of Hannah City Flight Academy. This is not the main character, but this is Wedge Antilles. He's a very important character in Star Wars. Firstly, he flew alongside Luke Skywalker in the original trilogy.
I'm on him, Luke. Hold on.
And after the destruction of the Death Star, Luke and Antilles were the only survivors of Red Squadron. Standing by. He showed up in Rebels a handful of times. In fact, he had a whole episode titled after him, The Antilles Extraction. His name is cut off short, intentionally, not to take away from the main character we see next. This is Annie. She's attending Hannah City Flight Academy and hasn't told her mum about the upcoming family race. In fact, she doesn't intend on participating. She's too embarrassed. Their ship is old and buggy, her mum listens to rock, it's just too much for her. She sets off to the academy. Before she goes, she has a quick chat with her mother. Her mum has just finished repairing Z1, kinda. All fixed, she says. Not long later, he loads up and quickly loses his bearings. We get our Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope reference. But this time, it was a recording of when Annie was little. Annie always wanted to be a pilot. She was very enthusiastic about it as a child. We see her first look at the Ryloth roll, a maneuver she executes later on in the episode. Ryloth refers to their home planet, a major planet in the Clone Wars series, and the home planet of the Twi'leks. Annie tries to escape, but fails. Her mother tells her to hold her equinoids, which you can exchange for horses. Mumsies wants a hugsies, and she takes it, quite literally. She made lunch for Annie, but Annie isn't too impressed. Thanks, she says. She avoids taking it by the sound of her transit arriving. Obviously, she's in a rush. We next see Annie with her friends. She explains how she's not racing. She makes up an excuse. Mum couldn't make it. Her friends fire back. What's she's doing that's so important? Mending a leaky pipe? Someone else says. This is Julan. She's quite disrespectful towards Annie, with her snarky sarcasm and her ever so high horse. That's a quote. She's the current race champion, with her mum, Dorotha Van Riepel. I'll refer to them as the Von Van Vikerdijks. They're both full of themselves. Annie seemingly just takes the disrespect, not fighting back.
Yo, that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
Why would you let her talk to you like that? She's a total... Exactly. The race is about to start. Annie is saddened by the fact that she won't be participating. This quickly turns into hardcore embarrassment as her mother lands in the middle of the runway. With laundry flying out of the ship, she screams her name repeatedly. Annie! 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 Annie quickly tries to save her image, picking up the mess and thanking her mum for the lunch. Her mother's curiosity got the better of her. So what's happening? Are everyone's parents here? The announcer, Antilles, reveals the gig, mentioning the family race. She stood confused. Annie, speechless. The two Von Vikerdijks invite themselves to the conversation. Cleaning is after the race? Can you come back later? And could you get your porta potty off the starting line? Porta potty being short for portable toilet. Annie's mum, Kalina, doesn't take too kindly to this comment. She, now, has other plans. Let's get strapped in, she said. She plans on secretly entering the family race. Can we please stop? This is crazy, Annie asks, overwhelmed at the startling pace of everything. But Kalina's determined now. They catch up to the Von Vikerdijks. Oi, posh pants, clean this. Probably showing the middle finger off screen. Annie stops her from continuing. Annie's last fuse had blew. She vents, going on about this is the reason why she didn't want to race. Simply put, she's embarrassed by everything. Z1 barely functions, the ship, and finally her mother. Their talk was cut short by the Vons. They knocked Annie and co off course into a billboard. Behind it, live cables. After some doodaddling, with Annie taking control of the ship, Z1 and mother hanging from the bottom of it, and a new sense of determination, they make it out the other side. They catch up and witness the Vons use a mini Death Star to sabotage another family's ship. How dare they? Hold on, Red Leader. Things are about to get bumpy. Now correct me if I'm wrong. But she said pumpy, right? Because when I hear this,
Hold on, Red Leader. Things are about to get bumpy.
I hear pumpy. Close your eyes and hear it.
Hold on, Red Leader. Things are about to get bumpy.
Pumpy. I'm pretty sure it's pumpy. Annie maneuvers into Julian's blind spot, avoiding getting hit by the mini Death Star. Jalan's mother had had enough. She takes control of the ship. Second place is last place. The Vons are behind Annie now. They take aim and fire. Here comes the Ryloth roll. Annie dodges the incoming fire by a hair. Jalan and Co are amazed by Annie's piloting skills and hit a semi-cylinder, damaging their ship and destroying their chances of winning. Annie speeds ahead and wins the race. The Vons didn't even finish. The two celebrate. So you did learn a few things at your fancy academy school then. Annie admits she had learnt a lot from her. She apologizes for not mentioning the race, even if she is a little bit embarrassing. The mother replies, "Of course I'm embarrassing. I'm your mother." They hug, including Z1. End credits. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Cheers. Bye.